Hello, my awesome second grade, and welcome back to Writer's Workshop, where today we're going to be working on word choice in our writings. And we're going to learn how to use something I like to call juicy words. And these are words that have lots of meaning, they add life to our writing and make it super interesting so that our readers want to continue reading and continue flipping those pages. So we're going to look at some words that Jane Yolen could have used in her book Owl Moon, but decided to change them up a little bit. So we're going to be doing this together. I'm going to throw a word up here, a word such as mad. Now, let's use our second grade heads here for a second. Let's think of a better word that we could use instead of mad, because mad is pretty basic of a word. Let's see if we can make it a little bit more juicy. And I can think right now, we're getting closer to Halloween and such. We might use words like angry. Here, I'll use a different color. So instead of mad, we could be angry. That's a bit more juicy than just mad. What else? If I'm mad, I could also be furious. Woo! That's juicy. What else? I could be angry. I could be furious. Ooh, another big juicy one. Enraged. Ooh. So all these words below mad have the same meaning. They have the same meaning as mad, but they tend to be a bit more juicy. They have a little bit more meaning than just mad. And we like to call all of these words synonyms. They all mean the same thing together. So let's try it again with a different word. And like I said, Halloween's right around the corner. We can think of good synonym words for this word right here. Bad. I can think of some costumes that kind of look horrific. Oh my gosh. What else? Maybe horrible. It was a horrible time, not just a bad time, but a horrible time. Another word, terrible. So all these words right here, horrific, horrible, terrible, they all kind of have the same meaning as bad, but they add a bit more life to what you're talking about, and they can bring things quite alive in your writing. Let's just do one more. This word right here, sad. I bet you at home could think of a couple words other than sad that you could use in your story. So think for a moment. Yeah, another good word for sad that we could use would be unhappy. It's a little bit more juicy than just sad. Try to think of another one. If I'm sad, I might be upset. Let's think about what a sad day looks like outside. Sometimes I use this in the classroom when I'm looking outside. Oh, it's this kind of day. It is gloomy. Ooh, nice and juicy. All of these are great word choices that could replace that very basic word sad, but have a lot more meaning and bring more life to our writing. So I need your help today. We're going to look at my writing, and just finished my third page, and we're going to look to see if we can add some juicy words to it together. So I've got these great examples to help me out, so I'll keep them nearby. Who knows, maybe we'll use them. And let's take a look at my third page. So you can see at the top, this one's about a honk. If you remember back to my story, this was just after I was walking inside and I remembered that I needed to lock my door to the truck. So here we go. With full arms, I walked towards the school door. Just then, I remembered to lock my truck. I carefully set my things down and took out my keys. Clicked the lock button and heard a fast beep beep. Suddenly, the birds came out of the bush. Now, I think I did an okay job on this page, kind of telling you what was going on and the order in which things happened. But I think some of the words in here we could change up a little bit and make them just a bit more juicy. So let's head back to that first page. And let's pick just one word that we want to try to make a bit better. So let's not get overwhelmed with all the words. Let's just pick one. With full arms, I walked towards the school door. I have a nice verb in here, walked. Now, it seems like a very basic word. I walked inside. So let's try to think of some other words that I could use instead. So I've got my word card here. You don't have to do this at home. I'm just helping to do this with the video. Walked. Let's think of some other words that I could use instead of walked. I can't really use the word run because I didn't run inside. It's still kind of looked like a walk, right? So we have to think outside the box even more. I could use a word like strolled. With full arms, I strolled towards the school door. Maybe. Let's think of another one. If I have all this stuff, it's kind of like I'm out hiking with a big backpack, but it's kind of in front of me because it's a big crate. But I could use a word like hiked. Because remember, I'm trying to balance all this stuff coming in. So it was kind of difficult to do it. So hiked. Another great word that I could use. Because remember, I'm not really walking really quick. I'm walking kind of carefully. So maybe a word like wandered. I wandered inside. So I've got some word choices now. Now I need to select which one is going to work best. So let's try them all out. With full arms, I strolled towards the school door. Maybe. With full arms, I hiked towards the school door. Or with full arms, I wandered towards the school door. Ooh, you know what? I kind of like that last one, wandered. I think that's a little bit better than walked. It adds a little bit more substance to my story. So I'm going to do this, just cross it out, and I'm going to put it right above it. And that's what you can do at home too. Remember, we're not erasing. I'd like you to just cross out, put it right above it so that I can see that you made a great choice to change up some of the words. Okay, I love it. With full arms, I wandered towards the school door. Just then, I remembered to lock my truck. I carefully, that's a good word that I used there. I didn't say I set my things down. I carefully set my things down and took out my keys. All right, so, sounding so far so good. Clicked the lock button and heard a fast beep beep. Suddenly, the birds came out of the bush. Now, I used a good word here. I described the beep beep sound as being fast. I think I could get a bit more juicy with that word. So let's try to think of some synonyms for the word fast. So let's try this word right here. If something's fast, it's also quick. What else? If I'm fast, it could also be swift. Ooh, that's a juicy one. What else could we use? Well, we're talking about a beep beep and me clicking it. It was very rapid. All right, that's 3 great choices. You know what? I got one more. If you're fast, you're also very speedy, like a Speedy Gonzales. You might hear me say that in the classroom. Speedy. Wow. Look at that, guys. I've got 4 great words that I can replace fast with. So now we need to go back and try it. So let me grab my other page. Okay. The first word on that page is clicked. Clicked the lock button and heard a quick beep beep. Okay, that's not too bad. Let's try out the next one. Clicked the lock button and heard a swift beep beep. Pretty good too. I like that one. Clicked the lock button and heard a rapid beep beep. Or clicked the lock button and heard a speedy beep beep. Ah, man. You know what? I kind of like all of them. Not so much the quick, but maybe either swift, rapid, or speedy. Hmm. You know what? There's no right answer here. I think all three of those below quick are awesome choices. And heard a swift beep beep. I'm going to go with swift because that's a word that, I don't use a lot in my writing and I want to try it out. And we shouldn't be afraid of trying new things. So that's what I'm going to do. So I'm going to cross that out and we're going to put in swift above it. All right. So let's read both of these pages and see how it looks now that we've changed walked and fast. With full arms, I wandered towards the school door. Just then, I remembered to lock my truck. I carefully set my things down and took out my keys. Clicked the lock button and heard a swift beep beep. Suddenly, the birds came out of the bush. I feel like we could throw a really great comparison in that last sentence. I'm sure you could think of a great one for me. But for now, we're going to end the mini lesson because today and this week, I really want us to be focusing in on word choice. And you can take these basic words, and remember, basic words tend to be pretty short. They aren't long and juicy like some of the words that we've come up with here. And myself, someone in the classroom, maybe a parent at home, whoever is watching you, will be able to help you think about these other words that we can put into your writing instead. These other synonym words that are a bit more juicy than these basic words. All right? So do your best with this second grade. I cannot wait to see your writing and see all those juicy words that you are now using in your second grade writing. So good job, everybody. Keep up the hard work.